lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way, they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level, maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I ain't mending them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat it.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Shot, 17. White. Hey.
Lance going to put it up right away. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there on the first play of the game. 54 yards.
One part, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Lance to throw it. And this is incomplete. The Jaguars at 4-5, a game under 500. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners at 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Black open. Drill green.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Black shot. Smash.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Touchdown! Michael Gallup, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. This defense for the Jags, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Blue striker.
On play action, Lance. He's got his man. It's Gallup. They're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Lance now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. He finds his man Johnson. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyron Johnson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line for extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Second down and 8. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Caught by Jones. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Herbert now. The left side completion to Jones. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert off of play action. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by David Long. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10, 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailing?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Herbert on first down now. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On second down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. They snap it to Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Ready. Triple 38. 43 rail. Let's go.
Lance now on first down. Johnson's got it complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyron Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. On 4th down, Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
10.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Blaster. 6. Mega. Hey, blue. Green Jack. Ready?
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Right. 97. Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Yellow, go. Yellow, blue. Ready.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here we go.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
17. Blue, go.
Here's Lance. touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Pats at the line ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by David Long. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. A shotgun snap for Herbert. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for New England. 58 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. His pass caught at the 4. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Michael Pittman, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are able to at least get one score back. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead, put it on him, and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Finding room at midfield. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And he rifles one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Pats will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play get themselves off the field, which they just did.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Here's a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play. So now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Here's Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jags are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Come on, set! Striker, 3.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Play action, now it's Lance. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Working from the gun, Lance. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kyle Pitts from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Dancing to his left. And now here's another interception. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty...
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Michael Gallup with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Jaguars continue to run up the score. They lead it. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is... He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. They have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
This will be caught at about the 5. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by David Moore. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided in. It's been ugly from the get-go. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
This game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Jacksonville, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for New England, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.